Here we go for another first impression BJJ episode. My guest today is gonna be Michael Parking, Mikao, his Brazilian nickname. Michael, it's a student of mine, been training jiu-jitsu for I would say almost a year or so,
Almost.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, including COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, including COVID would be a lot more for sure, yes. But yes, it is what it is. We can really complain about it, right? So COVID just been messing up with a lot of people. But anyways, I want you to introduce yourself, and then we're gonna keep going. Tell me about yourself a little bit.
Okay. Well, like you said, I've been around for about a year, so I've been loving it. It's been great for me personally. So I hopefully can continue on, and hopefully we can just keep going. But I don't know. I'm a pretty simple person. Couple kids, girlfriend, just
Regular life.
just plug along.
Oh, no, that's the mostly, to be honest, that's the most people I wanted to reach off, because it's not about like being famous or whatever, because the famous we know all about them already, right? So we just want to know regular people life and why they try you decide to try jiu-jitsu. So that's our first question. Why you decide trying jiu-jitsu?
I've always been interested in it. It's just that, throughout the years, life gets in the way, and it's just other stuff just pops up and you just don't get to focus on it. So I was at a point that I really kind of wanted to just reset and start something new and learn something new.
Yeah.
And for me, a big part of it was fitness and health and just feeling better. And
But you always been on fitness, right? Like,
I always try to I thought I was in shape before I started. I always went to the gym, but I found out very quickly that
was a different type of shape
it's a
requested.
type of
Yes,
fitness, and it's a different type of cardio for sure.
definitely, yeah. Because we go for the same gym, right? We see each other a lot of times at LA Fitness. We go there, we work out. I see you. Well, before COVID, after COVID,
Yeah,
we haven't been there so much. Well, pretty much, I would say 3 weeks, and that's it. So it's not our own fault. It's not laziness. It's just about this, the really tough time. But yeah, definitely, jiu-jitsu requires a different type of fitness, and that's where you find once you come to the
absolutely.
gym, you found out that, right?
Oh, absolutely,
But
for
what
sure.
was your first impression after, maybe on the first class, or did we do an intro class?
No, we never did
Okay.
an intro class. We just kind of text each other, and you said, "Come tonight." So I came, and Madison was teaching. I was very intimidated to come.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um, it was great. I loved it. I had no idea what I was doing.
Uh-huh.
Had a lot of fun, and when I got out, I felt great. So, for me, I just kind of it felt like something that I should continue to do.
Okay. And then, but before, okay, when you decide trying it, did you see that somewhere? What caught your attention on it? I mean, why Brazilian jiu-jitsu? Maybe not boxing or whatever. Why you saw something about it?
Well, my impression of it is that you can go very hard,
Okay.
and it's still very safe. I mean, safe in the fact that I don't want to do boxing or anything like that because I don't want to get hit in the head. That
Uh-huh.
was my main thing.
Yeah, no, makes sense, man. A lot of people has
You know,
Yeah.
I'm an older guy, so I don't need to go through that.
Got
So
any injury right now? Any
yeah,
concussions?
for sure. And that was really, but when you start watching it, if you watch it on YouTube or if you read about it, what kind of really got me interested was just, when you watch it, it's the flow and the transitions and the art of it, which really drew me in because I thought it was so interesting. And
Yeah.
if you don't know anything about it and you watch it, I can see how people are kind of, what's
Afraid.
going
What's
on.
this? Yes.
Yeah, these guys are rolling around on the floor. This doesn't look like fun at all, but uh, learn kind of what's going on, and it makes sense. it's great. It's so much fun.
Makes a lot of difference, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that because to me, well, with me, I never had this type of perspective because I always had this type of playing with my friends back home, where we used to kind of train jiu-jitsu. I never
Yeah.
really went to the gym to train, but we had this type of, oh, let's play here. And many of my friends right now, they're black belts and they used to train back the day. They used to go, oh, let's train, let's train. But I didn't really want it because I used to live by the beach and I used to surf every single day. And that was my thing. I really like it.
Yeah.
But jiu-jitsu, I always knew what kind of jiu-jitsu was. But back when I kind of, my friends used to ask me to go train, we had a kind of bad luck to jiu-jitsu because only tough guys used to do it. I'm tough, I'm
Sure.
this, I'm that. So anything we bring to the ground and it's jiu-jitsu. But luckily, I think time and time makes it perfect, because luckily I didn't being part of those times. Maybe it would be nice because many of those guys that become black belt on those times, they are really good right now. They have a different
Yeah.
philosophy. They have their own gyms. They have bigger gyms and stuff. But anyways, so I decided trying it here, and then I had a very different view. I was like, okay, I want to go there, and I have to be tough and do this, and do that. But it's funny how we have very different thoughts and perspective. So after your first class, how you said like, oh, I want to come back. I will go there. I want to train again. Maybe I want to beat the guy who maybe beat me in the first class. I don't know if you roll. Did you roll the first class?
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Wow. If you want to call it that, but yeah, we did it for sure. Uh, no, absolutely. It was just, for me, it wasn't, I got tapped out multiple times. So that sort of thing doesn't really bother me. It was just more of, I just want to learn how to do that, um, and do it the best that I can do it. I know that there's so much to learn and it will take so many years, but you know, I
Yeah,
just, I just like the learning aspect of it and trying to get better.
exactly. Yeah, right now I believe you are in a very different stage because, of course, being your coach, I know I've been
Sure.
following you since the beginning. I know how things were, like how you're doing right now, and like very different. So from now on, it's just more learning than everything, right? We just gonna we have now how to apply the way you want.
Yeah.
Before, no, before I was like, oh, I gotta really do this way. No, right now it's like, okay, I watch this and maybe I'll reproduce in a way that's better for me, right? That's what I
Yeah.
see from you. Maybe it's not, but that's what I see what you're doing now.
Oh no, definitely. The first few months, it is really, well, for me, it's a lot of, you just feel like you're surviving. Um, but I think it's good. I think it gives you an idea of some things that you really need to focus on learning
Uh-huh.
before you kind of transition into more stuff. For me, it was getting used to having the pressure put on constantly when you roll. I never wrestled or anything in high
Uh-huh.
school or anything like that. So it was a little bit foreign to me of how that worked. It
Yeah.
took a lot to getting used to, just trying to still be active, but you're still not breathing that well,
I know. Yeah. The
on
pressure's
top of
almost
you.
time,
So
right? Yeah,
you just
definitely.
need to relax and focus and try to get through it.
No, I get it. I definitely get it. Like when I started to, it was something really everybody. I believe everybody gets to that stage when you're like, oh my god, there's all the time somebody on top of you, and you're trying to do something, and you won't escape. You won't escape. To be honest, I have at the gym where I had a couple guys that I was not always, but the last week, two guys came and said, you know what, man, I think I'm doing something wrong because I only defend. I only defend. I'm just defending. I don't think of nothing else. And then I'm like, okay, how long you been training? It's around 2 months, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
it's okay. Don't worry. Your time's gonna come because
Yeah.
right now you're just gonna defend. It's not only you. Every single person that if you ask in the gym, they're gonna say the same thing. And now I see from you and a few other guys that they're not defending anymore only.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's right now the run becomes really fun between us, because before I was like, oh, I gotta teach all these guys. I gotta be teaching them all the
Yes.
time, all the time, all the time. Now I still teaching, but you guys are learning more.
Right.
It's getting inside better, and then the questions are better. The
Yeah.
questions are a lot better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's just, well, for me, just because I kind of understand a little bit more of what's going on for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
I
It's
agree with that,
just
and I'm seeing this change.
the first couple months, you just don't really know what's going on. You're there and you're working and you're having a good time, but you still really don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it.
But I enjoyed that part of it, and I enjoy just to me, I like the challenge. I really like the fitness part of it. That's super important to me, to try to be in shape, the best shape that I can be in.
Definitely.
Uh, from doing this the last year is like exponentially put me in way better shape than I've ever been. So for me,
Feels different. Yeah, I agree. How was like this COVID? Like, because we had to stop in a time that we were really going, right? We like pretty
yeah,
much every single day, and then somehow you had to stop something that you recently start and you're really liking it, and then somehow no training. Boom.
yeah. No, I was. I think like everybody else, I was super disappointed. You
Uh-huh.
we didn't really know what COVID was, so we didn't really know what was going on. But at that time, I think a few of us were feeling really good at the gym, and we're like, we really hope this doesn't stop. And then the next week, it was done. So
Yeah.
uh, I wanted to stay in shape because I knew it was going to come back. I just didn't know when. We
When, yes.
online classes, but it's not the same.
Definitely. You even made your own dummy to try the
Yeah.
online classes, right?
So for me, what I did is I wanted to see if I could get way better cardio and endurance when I was off.
Uh-huh.
The easiest thing to do when you can't go to the gym and you can't do anything else is, for me, I just run. So I ran and just tried to build up cardio that way.
Awesome.
And so when we came back, I didn't want to lose everything that I gained. So
Oh
uh,
yeah. I'm sure that
because
it didn't happen. I'm sure that.
yeah, so when we came back, I felt really good. I felt clumsy, but I had much better endurance for
Yeah,
sure.
it was. I'm sure that a lot of people felt kind of funny in the beginning. Now I have been training for at least 8 years, and this was the first time that I really stopped of training, because even with construction, like my first 4 years of training was amazing. I was training 2 times a day, 3 times a day, every single day, Saturdays, Sundays, every day. And then I started doing construction. So construction got a little bit heavy on me. And then, like, okay, I gotta maybe do one training today. And then 2 trainings in a row was like so tough. And then COVID hit, and that was the first time, even injuries. I injured my rib, my knee, a lot of things, and I never stopped that long. So it was frustrating for me too. And then when we came back, I gave a lot of online classes and stuff, but it's not the same thing.
No, it's not.
Very different from coming to the gym, having
Yeah.
the training partner, and move around, trying to row and stuff like that. Even though we are not fully back, but we got a taste of it, right? We got a taste of it. So
Yeah, well, it's just good to get out and, you know, just get out of the house and do it, and other,
definitely.
you're there with, with
A
a lot.
bunch of older dudes, a bunch of older dudes
Yeah, a
trying to
lot
do
of the
the same.
same people that you're always around. So, there's a social aspect to it too. So it's benefit there.
Oh yeah, definitely. But Maicon, so when you found out, look, about jiu-jitsu, okay, I'm gonna go try. You did your first class and stuff. Before it, did you have any like issues with that, or like problems, like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna try this, but maybe I'm scared of something. Do you had any fears or
My my only issue was I was just intimidated because it's not really anything I've ever done.
Uh-huh.
You know, I kind of had a vision of me walking in and it's just a bunch of animals in there.
Before you even go there.
Yeah, before I even walk in, you know, it's just I'm gonna walk in and there's gonna be a whole bunch of savages and they're just gonna be drooling as I walk in. And I guess what I didn't want to have to deal with is a lot of ego.
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't exist in there.
Yeah.
So that's one reason why I was so comfortable to keep coming back, because everyone's very humble and we're all there for the same thing.
For the same reason, yeah. Yeah.
But I think a lot of us are very competitive, so we want to.
Definitely.
We want
This is
to.
not something bad. This is not something bad. You know,
Yeah, as long as you can be competitive, but still be able to
understand
at the same time. It's something that you need to. I think some people need to learn, but I think when you learn that, it makes a lot of things a lot better.
Oh no, yeah, for sure, for sure. The ego and the competitiveness is something you have to have, but you have to understand the results and deal with the results and with your own ego and you with your own
Yeah.
competitive, right? I've been there many times. I was lost and got so mad, but then did so many tournaments that I got a better reactions for each result that I had, right? So many times I got injured, many times I won, many times I lost, and through that I learned how to deal with it, and then that's how I keep building myself through that. That's how I'm there. That's why I believe that's why I'm here in Cambridge to do that.
Yeah.
But when you went there, so you had that fear of a bunch of savages, and then you went there, you saw two small dudes, one purple belt and one brown belt there. You're like,
well, you weren't there yet. We actually didn't meet for a few classes at least. So it was just Madison, but it didn't make a difference. The one thing that you guys always say is size doesn't not matter at all.
Definitely.
I know that physically I may be stronger, but it doesn't matter when somebody's technique is so much better than yours. You just use my strength against me, and
it makes a lot of difference, right? Yeah.
So it's.
But what about thinking of the savages? What about the savages? Where are those guys? I know that for sure that the technique and the stuff makes the difference. Okay, you just starting and then training with me and Natson, it's very, very different. Yeah. But I'm sure that you're gonna reach a point that you're gonna understand a lot better, and this is gonna become really fun between us. You will see the difference, and one day you're gonna realize, oh my God, 3 years ago was so different. Now we have this competitive. We train each other because I'm gonna learn, and you always gonna be learning. I was gonna be learning, and then somehow I will learn with you on your own, like, how can I say that, man? Once you evolve, the more you evolve, the more I will learn from you, because you're gonna develop your own, not techniques, but way of using techniques, and that's how we teach each other, because everybody has small details that makes a lot of difference, right? So I believe these thoughts that people have, oh, I'm gonna go to this gym and they're gonna have a lot of guys training, like crazy a lot of people has this type of mentality, and that's why First Impression BJJ, I create that, because I want to take all of that out of people and make people go train, go know about jiu-jitsu.
Well, goal. I think so. I think even through some of the other interviews that you've done, most of the time it's a lot of the same thing, right?
Yeah. A lot of people say that.
You're intimidated because you have basically no idea. You don't know anybody there. So
did you did any search, like, okay, I'll try jiu-jitsu, and then you went to see what jiu-jitsu was?
Oh, once I kind of realized, okay, well, this is what I'm going to try, I searched in the area for, because there's a few gyms around. And honestly, you guys, you're so close to like our other gym. Thought, well, this will probably work out well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's close, and it's close to me.
Oh, yeah, it's not even too
in that area. And reading the profiles of you and Nanis, and I thought, okay, well, these, it seems good. They obviously must know what they're doing.
Uh, I
Uh,
gotta go there. Yeah.
so I just figured I'll try this and we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, then I can try somewhere else, but I never had to do that. So
Yeah, that's awesome. That's pretty good. Like the idea of I'm meeting a lot of new people, right? Every time I meet some people, some people they come, you see that some people they come, they do
yeah,
trials, then go. This is not a really problem. That the idea is try to promote jiu-jitsu as much as I can. But a lot of people they'll come, they'll try, they'll be scary, they'll maybe they'll think the same, but then when they come, they really think that this is true. Oh, Blood of Savage, oh my God, these guys here can't train. They do one session and they never go back. But why?
mm-hmm.
Because people don't put the time enough. They're not willing to do that,
Yeah,
And I believe with anything, especially jiu-jitsu, you actually have to have that willpower to say, okay, I'm gonna try this for at least 2 weeks and see how it goes, because it's not something that you're gonna be taking advantage in the first 2-3 weeks. You're gonna be there, you're gonna learn, and then you're gonna go and submit somebody. You maybe do it,
yeah,
but it's not right away. You're not gonna go there and learn right away to pass somebody's guard, dominate the person, and boom, choke them out. No, 100%.
yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just like I said, for me, because like you said, you can never stop learning. You can always keep going with something else. You can, work on, one game that you don't think you're that great at and build that up and then build something else up. And that's one thing that I think is fantastic, because I know that, if I stick with it and I'm around for 5-10 years, I still won't know everything.
No, exactly. I can
I
guarantee.
find that exciting, because to me, I don't want to know anything. I want to know that there's stuff that you don't know.
Exactly. We want to keep learning. That's the idea. If you stop and say, "Oh, I learn everything," why are you gonna do something that you're gonna learn everything and then you're gonna stop? That's the idea. You always keep learning. That's what, and I believe that's what keep us motivated to do it, right?
Absolutely.
Man, I've been 8 years, and I look to you guys. I look to the guys that comes to the gym, and I'm like, oh wow, these guys, they don't know nothing at all. And a few of you guys are learning, and then when me and Natsu we are talking, like for whoever don't know Natsu is my partner. He's a coach at Cambridge BJJ too, and then we talk a lot. And then when we mention like some names like you, Bobby, Chris, like Alex, and a couple others, like surprisingly, like Abdullah, too, Mike, I see these guys that they came to the gym with nothing, and now it's like very different, very, very different. And to be honest, my main goal is to keep teaching you guys the philosophy too, because I really like the philosophy, and I want to follow. You guys don't need to follow it. I would like to follow it, but I want to push and bring it to you guys, so maybe you guys can like it too, and bring that for the rest of the life, because jiu-jitsu changed a lot of things in my life. It did change a lot, throughout these 8 years. I'm sure it's going to change a lot in your life. Right now, I believe there's a lot of change in fitness and stuff like that, but if you take the philosophy serious and try to put the health lifestyle, and keep going with jiu-jitsu, change a lot.
Oh, no, I totally agree. Yeah, no, for me, it's changed a lot of stuff, because one of the things is you change your lifestyle to be, well, for me, I changed my lifestyle because I want to be healthier, because I don't want to go to class and get smashed.
Yes.
No desire for that at all. So I just, you try to cut back on a lot of stuff that just doesn't benefit at all, and you just focus on the stuff that does, and then all of a sudden you're feeling great and you can go, and then you roll with this person who is usually just, full of energy, has a gas tank and keeps going, and they just, for me, it just feels like they just totally wear you out and annihilate you. But then over the course of months and months, you start to build up and you learn, and, you just keep on progressing. So it's just, it's a good feeling. It just makes it makes things a lot easier when you have to suffer like that. If you're trying to go 5 times a week, and when you're doing that, it makes a lot of stuff easier just to go through.
No, I get it. I get it.
Because when we get to the gym, whatever type of day you had or whatever's going on, it's very difficult to keep thinking about all that stuff
Exactly. Exactly.
when you're on a mat and they're trying to submit you and doing whatever.
You're not going to be thinking on the problem you had at work earlier, right?
No, you don't think about that stuff. You're thinking about, the kind of the human chess match that you're in, and how am I gonna get through this?
Exactly.
So that's for me, since I'm a classic overthinker about everything, I get to go to the gym, I can just focus on one thing. And there's only a couple other things that I do that can give, to totally forget everything that's going on and just focus on that. So that's a huge help for me, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure this is for a lot of people too, because I have the same type of experience too. Whatever happens in my day when I go to the gym, it's like I step that front door. It's like, oh, another Calvin, right away. Right away. Like different, happy, forget about anything,
Yeah.
teach, train, talk with everybody. And one of the best part, to be honest, that I really like is the communication between us with people there, because I don't see I don't see drama, I don't see like fakeness or anything. Like we always there, we talk, we want to bring the best, to talk the best. Definitely there'll be people that wants to be kind of fake and be around and be the cool one and go here and there. This is different. This is very different. When you go to a gym, you go there every day, you're supporting the gym, you're gonna make friends, you're gonna be with people that you're always gonna be talking. A lot of people are always gonna be the same thing with you. They work the whole day, they go there to forget stuff and to talk something different, to forget about things, and
Yeah.
have a different mindset, and then maybe learn something that day, go home, relax, and then think better on the problem you have to do, the problem you have to solve.
Yeah. Well, even, after you get done, after being in there for an hour, for me anyways, like I feel energized most times. I just feel better. And if I feel better, the people that are around me, it's just, we all get along a lot better, because I'm just calmer.
Yeah, no, I get it. You think you can point like 3 good things that jiu-jitsu change on your life? Like change right now, like let's say you're more confident, you can think less on your problems, something like that. You think you have to figure it out?
Definitely, more confidence in myself, and not confidence in the fact that, you think you can go out and you can,
Exactly, I get it.
if some sort of altercation happens,
Uh-huh.
type of confidence. It's just confidence that just makes you feel better. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but for me, the health, the lifestyle thing, for me, that put me on like a total 180 from where I was. I tried to stay, healthy and be fit, but this just really changed the direction of where I was going. So, I have a lot of appreciation and gratitude for you guys, because it really straightened me out.
Awesome.
It's just
To be honest, maybe you have the appreciation and the gratitude for us, but to be honest, man, it's for jiu-jitsu. It's for the thing that we're teaching, because we have the same type of feeling that you have for jiu-jitsu too. For my own coach, I would say the same thing, and he would say the same thing to me. No, man, maybe through me, jiu-jitsu did that to you. And it's the same thing I'm telling you. Through me, jiu-jitsu is gonna do great things to you, like it have done my whole entire time training the last 8 years before it. Like I said, I wasn't never a bad guy or whatever, like trying to find fights or whatever. I always been a nice dude, but my mind was always very easily caught with different stuff.
yeah.
And then when I started doing jiu-jitsu, those things that used to kind of pull me here, pull me there, was like slowly just bringing the track and making the same thing.
Yes. Yeah. I feel 100% the same way, for sure.
Yeah. I think this is one of the greatest things that jiu-jitsu helped me with. Not only focusing on it, but learning what to choose. Listen, just like I would say, just like a regular role. You're gonna really choose for the things that you have to do to achieve
Hmm.
the point that you want to, right?
Yeah.
That's how I kind of really put things in my mind now. Okay, if I'm not gonna do this, it's because I have to do something else better.
Right.
So I really believe jiu-jitsu helps people this way, and like you said, it's helping you this way too. I'm sure a lot of people that can watch this, listen to it, and decide trying jiu-jitsu, it will change too. You know.
Yeah. I think so. I think if you kind of throw yourself into it and really, and focus on it and try to, improve and be better. And I think that's when you really, really see it. I think if you just kind of, you go and you're kind of here and there and you're showing up once every couple of weeks, um, I don't think you're going to get, I guess I don't think you're going to get the same benefit of it. I think if you stay on track and you put yourself on a schedule of I'm going this, doing this, that,
The commitment, right?
a total commitment to it, then you see a huge benefit from it.
Yes, that's true. That's true. The person, while they don't put the commitment and say, I'm gonna go there at least 3 times a week to start to change it, you're never gonna change. And I see
Yeah.
it because I have people that does it, and I feel bad. I feel bad, but I'm not the guy that's gonna be pushing you. I'm not. Comes from you.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, you do it. If not, here and there send a message, hey buddy, when you coming back, let's go, man, it's time, you got to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy that I don't need to do that with you and many other guys, because I see you guys very often at the gym,
Yeah.
and this is amazing. I really like that. I really like that. um do you think you have any goals with jiu-jitsu, like, oh, I want to, of course, for sure, be a black belt. I want to go jiu-jitsu, pursue jiu-jitsu for the rest of my entire life now, be old and train jiu-jitsu, or spread the word with jiu-jitsu? Do you think you have any goal like that?
I think, well, my more immediate goal right now is just want to be able, when we actually can do real rolls,
Yes.
the transition and the flow, and just, I guess, keeping going from, one thing to the next thing and not kind of stalling and think.
Uh-huh.
And then, I still do it now, but you stop because you're like,
Stuck on your own mind, on your
yeah,
own.
because you don't have everything and it's just not instant,
Okay.
you know?
So the goal right now is to keep moving
Yeah.
throughout anything, keep transitions moving, keep making it happen.
Yeah. But really, that for me, that's what it is. I just I just love how it looks when it's done right. I think
Uh-huh.
I think it looks fantastic. So that's really what my goal is. I just want to keep going. I don't,
Awesome.
you know, I'm turning 40 this week, so I have no
There you go.
visions of greatness in this.
40 looking like 25, man. Look at the guy.
I just want to keep on progressing, and hopefully I
You
can.
guys have no idea. Mikao, man, 40, but you guys have no idea.
But when I'm still if I'm 50, 55, yeah, I'd still love to be doing it.
Yeah, for sure. That's my goal too, Mikao. That's my goal. You know that. I always talked about it. I'm gonna be old and teaching you guys with a can. For sure, this is a goal, and I can't wait to see you competing, because that's when you're really gonna realize that this goal that you have right now will be put in action, and then you're gonna
Right.
create another goal on top of that, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm looking for. Our next step, as soon as we're able to do regular roles and be able to go to a tournament and put out there and feel that, kind of pressure, and okay, I gotta do this and that, and then when you go, then you actually realize that you can put through whatever you have in your mind, make it
Yeah.
happen. We're gonna talk again, and we're gonna see your next goal.
Yeah. I was when I when I first started coming, from the first few months, I thought to myself, there is no way that I will ever do a competition or do anything like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, as we progress through, the idea is not
Too bad, huh?
as I kind of thought initially. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get back to normal at some point and that stuff all starts back up again.
Oh yeah, can't wait for that too, Mikao. Mikao, it was great talking to you today. Thank you for the opportunity. Like, it's not everybody that really accept to come and talk. A lot of people are shy or whatever, but there's no needed to be shy, you know. It's just a
Yeah,
regular talk. I appreciate your time, and let's see in maybe a couple months, a few months, we can maybe be back here after tournament, and then we can talk about it.
absolutely. I appreciate you asking me to come on though.
No problem, and thank you very much.
All
Have a good
right.
night, okay?
Take care, buddy.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.